Tonight on SUTV News, if you're a commuter, you may have noticed that parking on campus can be difficult.
And sometimes strictly enforced.
All that and more right now.
Thanks for joining us on SUTV News. I'm Zach Salsgiver.
And I'm Ian Fitzgerald. Parking on campus can be stressful sometimes. Ben Imhoff has the story.
Dr. Dara Barassa is the chair on the Parking Appeals Committee.
Well, it needs to be strict. It's actually a public safety measure. The university wants to make sure they know everyone who's coming onto campus, and it also prevents people from being able to, people who aren't, students, staff, faculty members.
A student can appeal a parking citation, and then the chief of campus police gets involved.
Chief Grissom will respond accordingly, and at times she overturns the ticket and says, student, you were right, and gives the money back. But then in other times, the ticket is going to be upheld. Then they have another opportunity to appeal that decision, Chief Grissom's decision. And so that's when they appeal it for the second time, then that comes to our committee.
The committee is made up of undergraduate, graduate, faculty, staff, and the chief.
We review the appeal, we read it, we discuss what's going on, and then we make the decision whether to refund the student that appeal money or to say no, that appeal needs to, that we will deny that appeal.
For students, the appeals process lifts account scheduling since the contested violation is paid. For SUTV News, I'm Ben Imhoff.
Visit SUTVnews.com, keyword parking, for more information. And Shippensburg hosts the 7th Annual Student Life Awards tonight. Individuals and student groups are nominated through recognition of the SGA. These students are recognized for being involved and making campus and the community a better place.
Participating or initiating community service, both on and off. A lot of groups participated in King's Kettle and Relay for Life, so 2 opportunities both on and off campus.
The different categories for nomination include Outstanding Advisor, Campus Visibility, and Distinguished Program. The winners get scholarship money, stipend for groups, and a plaque.
High school students had the chance to be a cadet for a day. Cadet for a day is an opportunity for high school students to learn about college ROTC in a casual but informative program.
School students will get a feeling of what it's like to not only be a cadet in our battalion, but also what it's like to be a ship student on an everyday basis.
Prospective students had the opportunity to shadow an upper-class ROTC cadet through a typical college day. A Black Hawk and Stryker tactical demonstration by ROTC cadets and the PA Army National Guard was performed, as well as Army face painting. Students ended the day with a climbing wall at the Cub. For internship, ship students do more than just sit behind a desk. Mitchell Burrows is planning a brewfest hosted at the Shippensburg Historical Center.
He was given this project because he knows a lot about, the bar scene in Shippensburg and a lot about being able to get breweries. He has those connections to do something like this.
The Brewfest is this Saturday from 12 to 4. Tickets are $25, but space is limited. To see what brewers will head to SUTVnews.com.
Dining with the Times is next Tuesday night in Reisner, but it is more than just about the food.
Do Dining with the Times 3 times per semester, and we do it because it's an opportunity for dining services to partner with different members of the campus community.
Reisner will serve the specially themed food between 4:30 and 7:30 next Tuesday night. When we come back, a Canadian woman is rescued from dizzying heights.
We have more on this high-stakes rescue after the break. In Brazil, civilians face off against the local police.
And the protests take a violent turn.
Let's send it over to Marshall with the World News.
In Iraq, government forces are reporting major gains in their offensive against ISIS in Mosul. A top Iraqi general says 70% of western Mosul has now been liberated, and ISIS militants in the rest of the western half of the city are completely surrounded. ISIS militants were driven out of the eastern part of Mosul back in January, following more than 3 months of intense fighting. In a clash of ancient weaponry and modern deterrence, indigenous protesters faced off with riot police in Brazil's capital, Brasilia, on Tuesday evening. 2,000 to 4,000 protesters closed off an entrance to the Brazilian National Congress building, demanding policy changes and better rights for indigenous peoples. In response to this tension, indigenous leaders met with Brazil's Senate leader on Wednesday to discuss their requests. A Brazilian football player who was convicted of murder has been ordered to return to jail. Bruno Fernandes de Souza was released on a technicality in February and was signed by Brazilian football club Boa Esporte. A Supreme Court panel ordered the reinstatement of his detention until the appeal hearing for his 22-year sentence. De Souza was convicted of homicide, kidnapping, and hiding the body of an ex-girlfriend. And finally, firefighters pulled off a high-wire rescue after a woman got stuck on a construction crane in Toronto. The woman climbed onto the crane before lowering herself onto the hook. Firefighters lowered her to the ground Wednesday morning. The woman is now facing charges of mischief. That's it for this week's World News. I'm Marshall Keely. Let's head back to the desk.
When we come back, students learn the ins and outs of professional photography.
And it's on display for everyone in Shippensburg to see.
Well, Zach, it looks like we'll have good weather to start off the weekend tomorrow.
Yeah, so enjoy tomorrow because the rest of the weekend doesn't look so good. Let's send it over to Katie with this week's weather.
April leaves us with the classic April showers. Let's take a look at this week's forecast. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms with a low 59. Tomorrow, sunny skies and a high of 79. In the 5-day, Saturday, mostly cloudy early, followed by scattered thunderstorms and a high of 82. Sunday, mostly cloudy and a high of 77. Monday's weather won't help those Monday blues, with afternoon thunderstorms and a high of 81. Tuesday, partly cloudy and a high of 69. Wednesday, afternoon showers and a high of 71. Have a great weekend. As always, go Raiders!
A local gallery is shaping the art scene by promoting the work of local artists and students in Shippensburg. Katie Swigert has the story.
Founded in 1999, the Shippensburg Arts Programming Education Gallery, commonly known as SHAPE, holds art classes, organizes tours, and hosts gallery exhibits. SU students who learned digital photography from professional photojournalist Stan Honda are on display now. The exhibit displays the skills in basic photography and storytelling through pictures they learned this semester.
Students have put a lot of time and thought and their heart and soul into these pieces, and it's important for other students to see what they have been striving for all semester long.
So, with the exhibit, students get a grade at the end of the course and a platform to show their hard work.
I hope they really get a good sense of how to see things out in the world and to be able to do still photography with pictures and of subjects that they like a lot.
The SHAPE Gallery is on East King Street and is open Wednesday through Friday from 4 to 7 and on Saturdays from 11 to 4. For SUTV Entertainment, I'm Katie Swigert.
The student photo exhibit is on display through May 12th. Talented students have the Little Princess Playhouse open again with Alice in Wonderland and the Princess Club. The students learn about the theater while entertaining kids.
Do shows for all kids and ages alike. They come through the Grace B. Lawrence Elementary School, and they also come through for Shippensburg kids in the area. It's a good time for all the kids to come and see the magical things that happen here at the university.
The show is this Saturday, April 29th and Saturday, May 6th. Showtimes are 10 and 11:30 in Stewart Hall. A theatrical classic is leaving its impact on Shippensburg. Act 5 is performing Heather's musical.
We can learn how to chill if no one loves me now.
A play about high schooler Veronica Sawyer and her struggles as she deals with issues such as suicide, romance, and finding your place in high school. The play's first showing is tonight in Memorial Auditorium and runs until Sunday. Admission is $10, but only $5 with a student ID. The multi-platinum selling Foreigner is coming to the Lure Center. Foreigner is widely considered one of the most popular rock bands in the world and have produced 16 top 30 hits like Hot Blooded, Jukebox Hero, and I Want to Know What Love Is.
The special feature, again, with this show is the local Shippensburg School District. The Accidentals are going to be performing the last number with Foreigner.
Foreigner plays tomorrow at 8 o'clock. There are very few tickets left. Students who show their ID at the box office get a $5 discount. World-famous zookeeper Jack Hanna is coming to the Lure Center. Hanna has appeared on The Tonight Show, Good Morning America, and The Late Show. Hanna is bringing exotic animals to show and will tell their stories of trips around the world to see these exotic animals.
I don't think you ever get tired of seeing animals like this up close and personal. And I understand from the list this time that he's planning to bring a kangaroo along, which I think is going to be pretty interesting.
The show is Saturday at 7:30. Tickets are still available and students get a $5 discount if they bring their ID. Now moving on to celebrity news, here's this week's Hollywood Take. Season 19 Bachelor star Chris Soules was arrested in connection to a deadly crash in Iowa. Soules collided with a tractor around 8 p.m. on Monday. The former Bachelor left the scene and was later arrested. Court documents show that Soules had alcoholic beverages in the vehicle. He was arraigned Tuesday morning and released on a $10,000 bail. Demi Lovato showed off her new tattoo on her Instagram story Tuesday night. The singer visited celebrity tattoo artist Bang Bang in New York City after the Time 100 gala. Lovato started to get comparisons to Cara Delevingne, who has the same tattoo on her right index finger. When allegations of copying the tattoo came up, Lovato responded with a tweet saying that was not the case. Jessica Lucas is engaged. The actress, best known for Tabitha Gallivan on the Fox series Gotham, announced her engagement on Instagram Wednesday night. Her fiancé is Alex Jermasek, a butcher from Los Angeles. The couple has been together for more than 4 years. They still have to announce their wedding date. That's it for tonight's entertainment. Back to the desk.
When we come back in sports,
A Ship baseball player brings attention to a personal issue to raise awareness for a big cause.
The Shippensburg baseball team is raising money to strike out childhood cancer. Matt Kleindens has the story.
Throughout the 2017 baseball season, the Raiders have been participating in the College Baseball vs. Cancer fundraiser. Shippensburg is one of 72 college teams across all divisions raising money to fight pediatric cancer. The team has done this fundraiser for the past 5 years, with the proceeds going to the Penn State Hershey Medical Center.
So basically all the money we raise is going towards research, but as also like the therapy part of the versus cancer.
The team wants to raise $10,000 this season. Every dollar raised is used to help out kids like Colby Bubb. Colby is an 11-year-old boy from Carlisle who met the team during games and practices the last 2 years. The team also visited him while he was going through cancer treatment.
We went and saw him at the Hershey Medical Center a couple months ago when he was finishing up his last radiation treatment.
He is now cancer-free, but is still close to the team.
He's like our little buddy. He comes and hangs out with us, and we just enjoy supporting him through whatever he does.
For SUTV Sports, I'm Matt Kleindens.
To help the Raiders reach their goal, you can donate at team.versecancer.org. Jake Kennedy is this week's PSAC Eastern Division Athlete of the Week. Kennedy's impressive playing included 3 home runs and 11 RBIs last week, but the success is hard work.
Work hard every day. You can't come out here and kind of just lollygag through stuff. You gotta put your heart to it and your mind to it, and then you can do whatever you want.
The Raiders play Kutztown tomorrow at 1 on Fairchild Field. Shippensburg sophomore Taryn Wilson was named PSAC Eastern Softball Pitcher of the Week on Monday after earning the win in each of Ship's 3 victories.
I couldn't have been PSAC East Softball Pitcher of the Week if it wasn't for my team pushing me to be my best, hitting bombs off me at practice to know where I should and shouldn't throw the ball against certain batters.
Wilson is now 8th in the PSAC strikeouts and batting average against. The Raiders are back in action tomorrow at 1 against East Stroudsburg. Shippensburg University is in the running for its first Dixon Trophy since 2011. Bob Murray has the story.
The Shippensburg Raiders lead the 22nd annual Dixon Trophy race.
It's great recognition for the university athletic programs. We have outstanding students and coaches, and to know that they're able to compete at a national level, I think, is a great reflection on our university and I think develops a lot of pride for our program in general and should be prideful for our fans of our teams.
The Dixon Trophy standings are based on an average score for every PSAC championship school sport. This winter, the Raiders were conference champions in men's indoor track and field, women's indoor track and field, and in men's basketball. Shippensburg has won the Dixon Trophy a conference record of 7 times and was the first school to claim the trophy 3 years in a row. The Raiders have finished second in 3 of the last 5 years. For SUTV Sports, I'm Bob Murray.
The winner of the Dixon Trophy will be released following the competition of the Spring Championships in mid-May. That's it for sports. Let's head back to the desk.
For SUTV News, I'm Zach Salsgiver.
And I'm Ian Fitzgerald. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram at SUTV News, and check out our website, sutvnews.com.
We'll see you next time.